In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 27, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Heat versus Charlotte Hornets. The Miami Heat and Charlotte Hornets are set to face off on Wednesday in an NBA matchup at the Spectrum Center. Both teams are looking to make a statement, but they arrive at this contest with contrasting recent performances and lingering absences from key players. Miami continues to grapple with a slightly depleted roster, with Drew Smith remaining sidelined. Meanwhile, the Hornets are also dealing with injuries, as both Trey Mann and Grant Williams are still unavailable. Despite being short-handed, the Heat come into this game in better form overall, though they suffered a narrow loss to the Milwaukee Bucks last night. On the other hand, the Hornets have been in a downward spiral, evidenced by their 11-point loss to the Magic in their previous outing, despite LaMelo Ball's spectacular 44-point performance. These teams last met in October, with Miami securing a 114-106 victory in Charlotte as 6-point favorites. While LaMelo Ball has emerged as a prolific scorer, averaging a league-high 24.4 field goal attempts per game, this has not translated into success for the Hornets. The team has gone just 2-10 straight up in games where Ball has been their leading scorer, highlighting their struggles when relying heavily on his production. In their prior meeting, Miami limited Ball to 27 points and forced him into an inefficient night from beyond the arc, where he went just 2 of 1-0. The Heat also forced 20 turnovers in that game and capitalized on Charlotte's carelessness with the ball. The Hornets' turnover woes persisted in their last outing, where they committed 27 giveaways. Expect Miami to apply heavy defensive pressure again, which has historically paid off. The Heat are 3-0 straight up and against the spread in their last 3 matchups against the Hornets. The Heat are on the second night of a back-to-back after a grueling loss to the Bucks, but they simply cannot afford to let this game slip away. While the Hornets are benefiting from LaMelo Ball's impressive individual performances, they remain unable to secure wins. The Heat have dominated this head-to-head series, winning 5 straight games against Charlotte. Considering the Hornets' ongoing struggles, the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The first meeting between these teams this season saw a combined total of 220 points, falling under the projected 223-point line. For this rematch, the total has dropped by 5 points, reflecting the Hornets' offensive struggles. Charlotte has scored fewer than 110 points in 9 games this season and has been held under 100 points on 3 occasions, including twice in their last 7 outings. Miami's offense has also been less than dynamic, managing 110 points or fewer in 3 of their last 6 games. Both teams play at a slower pace, ranking in the bottom half of the league in possessions per game. Charlotte is 16th at 102.6, while Miami ranks 20th at 102.2. This suggests a slower, more methodical game is likely. The under has hit in the last 3 meetings between these teams and in 5 of the last 7. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers versus Washington Wizards. The Los Angeles Clippers, currently occupying the 6th spot in the Western Conference standings, are set to take on the struggling Washington Wizards, who sit at the bottom of the Eastern Conference rankings. The matchup is scheduled for November 27th at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. The Clippers are coming off a tough 126-94 road defeat against the Boston Celtics on Monday, while the Wizards are reeling from a 115-103 road loss to the Indiana Pacers on Sunday, marking their 12th consecutive defeat. This game is the first of 2 meetings between these teams this season. Both teams are dealing with injury issues heading into the contest. The Clippers have listed Kobe Brown, Norman Powell, and Mo Bamba as questionable, while the Wizards will once again be without Jordan Poole and Saddiq Bey. Defensively, the teams are on opposite ends of the spectrum. The Clippers have been effective, allowing only 101 points per game over their last 5 contests, while the Wizards have struggled significantly, giving up an average of 120 points in their previous 4 outings. A key factor in this matchup will be 3-point shooting, where the Clippers have an edge, ranking 13th in the league with a 36.8% 30% team three-point shooting percentage compared to the Wizards, who ranked 27th with a 32.5% conversion rate from beyond the arc. The Clippers have dominated recent head-to-head matchups with the Wizards, winning outright in their last 6 meetings while also covering the spread in each victory. The Wizards have shown a lack of discipline and consistency, traits that the well-coached Clippers under Tyronn Lue have been able to capitalize on. Before their recent loss to the surging Celtics, the Clippers had been on a 5-game winning streak and are proving to be one of the league's more reliable teams. Conversely, the Wizards' season has been a continuous struggle, further exemplified by a blowout loss to the Chicago Bulls in their previous game. Playing the second game of a back-to-back schedule against a motivated Clippers team coming off a rare loss only worsens the outlook for Washington. While laying double-digit points with the Clippers, especially on the road, may seem daunting, this line reflects more on the Wizards' dismal performance than a direct endorsement of Los Angeles. The Wizards have just 2 wins this season, offer minimal defensive resistance, and are 4-11-1 against the spread despite frequently being large underdogs. This matchup is more about fading the Wizards' lack of competitiveness than a vote of confidence in the Clippers' dominance. Given the Wizards' poor form and back-to-back scheduling, it's hard to justify any faith in them here. So the Los Angeles Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Looking at recent offensive trends, it's unlikely that the combined score will surpass the projected total. Over their last 5 games, the Clippers are averaging 106 points per game, while the Wizards have managed just 102 points over their previous 4 contests. Neither team has excelled on the offensive boards, with the Clippers ranking 11th in the league at 11.7 offensive rebounds per game and the Wizards trailing at 23rd with 9.3 offensive rebounds per game. Although Washington's defensive struggles are evident, neither team has been particularly explosive on offense recently. The Clippers' strong defensive identity, coupled with a 7-12 over-under record this season, further supports a lower scoring game. Additionally, with key scorers like Norman Powell and Jordan Poole unlikely to be at full strength, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The Atlanta Hawks are set to travel to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on Wednesday evening to face the Cleveland Cavaliers in an early season NBA matchup. Currently, the Hawks rank 11th in the Eastern Conference with a 7-11 record and are struggling, having lost 3 consecutive games. Their most recent defeat was a 129-119 loss at home against the Dallas Mavericks on Monday. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers are dominating the Eastern Conference, holding a league-best 17-1 record. They enter this game on a 2-game winning streak, fresh off a 122-108 victory over the Toronto Raptors on Sunday. This game marks the first of 3 matchups between these teams this season, with the second game scheduled for Thursday. The Hawks continue to face roster challenges as Cody Zeller remains unavailable due to personal reasons. On the Cavaliers side, key players such as Caris LeVert, Max Strus, and Dean Wade have been ruled out once again. Atlanta has been underwhelming on the road, losing 3 of their last 4 away games and 4 of their previous 5 overall. Conversely, Cleveland has been exceptional, boasting a 17-1 record and consistently outperforming expectations, even when tasked with covering larger spreads. Offensively, the disparity between these teams is significant. Atlanta struggles to generate points efficiently, averaging just 110 points per 100 possessions. Cleveland, on the other hand, leads the NBA with an impressive offensive rating of 123 points per 100 possessions. The Cavaliers' success is further bolstered by their sharpshooting, hitting 41.5% of their 3-point attempts. This is a key factor in their matchup against the Hawks, who rank last in the league in 3-point defense. Notably, 4 of Atlanta's last 5 losses have been by double-digit margins. The season's net ratings underscore the gap between the 2 teams. Atlanta ranks 24th in the NBA with a minus 5.6 net rating, while Cleveland leads the league with a stellar 11.8 net rating. Recent defensive performances also highlight the contrast, as the Hawks have allowed an average of 120 points in their last 3 games, while the Cavaliers have limited opponents to 110.5 points in their last 4. Against the spread, Atlanta has struggled, going 6-12, whereas Cleveland has excelled with a 14-4 against the spread record. While the Hawks have shown flashes of potential, they have largely underperformed this season. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers continue to impress and enter this contest well-rested, having last played on Sunday. Although the spread for this game is significant, Cleveland's dominance at 17-1 straight up and 14-4 against the spread makes them the clear favorites. The Hawks have been notoriously poor at covering spreads, a trend that extends from last season. In contrast, the Cavaliers Cavaliers have been a profitable team for bettors. This is a scenario where Cleveland's consistency and home court advantage make them a safe pick to both win outright and cover the spread. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams play at a relatively fast pace this season. Atlanta leads the league in tempo with a 104.81 pace, while Cleveland ranks 13th with a pace of 100.33. Recent scoring trends for both teams also suggest a high-scoring affair. The Hawks have averaged 112 points over their last 4 games, while the Cavaliers have been even more prolific, scoring an average of 128 points over their last 5. Betting trends align with these numbers, as the over has hit in 13 of Atlanta's 18 games and in 12 of Cleveland's first 18 matchups. Atlanta's up-tempo style should contribute to a high-scoring game, especially given Cleveland's willingness to concede points, allowing 114 or more in 3 of their last 5 games. Simultaneously, Cleveland's offensive firepower continues to shine, as they have scored 122 or more points in 4 of their last 5 outings and have averaged 125 points in their last 5 home games. This offensive dominance is likely to exploit Atlanta's struggling defense, which has allowed an average of 121 points in its previous 5 games. Supporting this expectation, the over has hit in 5 of the Cavaliers' last 6 contests. Given the pace, offensive efficiency, and defensive vulnerabilities on both sides, this matchup promises to be a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.